How to survive a heart attack alone after 60, 7 life-saving tips every senior must know. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you were all alone in a heart attack? It's a scary thought, and unfortunately, it happens more often than we think. Many people believe they'll have time or someone around to help. But the truth is that the first few minutes of a heart attack are crucial, and what you do or don't do can make the difference between life and death. Today, I want to share with you 7 important steps to surviving a heart attack when you're alone. These steps are simple, practical, and could save your life. You don't need medical training or fancy equipment, just preparation and calm. We'll walk you through each step, from how to recognize the first signs, what to do right away, to small actions that can buy you time until help arrives. The last few steps are especially important because they are often overlooked but can be life-saving. Stay with me, because this knowledge could change the life of you or a loved one. Let's start with the first step, the most important to survival. The first step is to recognize the early signs of a heart attack. Many people think that a heart attack always starts with a sharp chest pain, like in the movies. But in reality, the symptoms are often more subtle and easily overlooked. You should pay attention to a feeling of pressure or tightness in the center of your chest, as if something heavy is sitting on it or your chest is slowly filling with cement. This feeling may come and go, making you think it's not serious. But if it lasts more than a few minutes or comes back, don't hesitate. Other signs include shortness of breath without chest pain, pain that radiates to the arms, shoulders, neck, or jaw, or feeling dizzy, cold sweats, nausea, or unusual fatigue. Especially in older people or women, the pain can feel like pressure in the back or stomach. One morning, I felt a tightness under my collarbone, almost like heartburn, accompanied by shortness of breath and sweaty palms. Instead of thinking it was just indigestion, I remembered that not all heart attacks are obvious. He acted quickly, and that decision saved my life. The body often whispers before it screams, and these small signs are your only chance to act before serious damage occurs. If you feel anything unusual, chest pressure, shortness of breath, or unusual fatigue, stop. Don't try to fight it or tell yourself it's a minor problem. Recognizing and taking these signs seriously is the first step to survival. The second step is to call 911 immediately. If you suspect a heart attack, the first thing to do is call 911. Don't wait, don't drive yourself, and don't think you're overreacting. Calling 911 is not only the fastest way to get help, it is also the most effective way to survive. Every minute that passes, your heart muscle is deprived of more oxygen, causing more damage. When you call 911, trained professionals are on standby, carrying equipment and medications to keep you alive, even if your heart stops on the way to the hospital. Driving yourself is one of the most dangerous options, as you could lose consciousness, cause an accident, or delay treatment. I felt a strange pain in my left shoulder, along with nausea and cold sweats. Instead of calling my son, I remembered the advice of a nurse: if you are alone and suspect a heart attack, call 911 first, talk to your family later. I called 911, and by the time the ambulance arrived, my symptoms had worsened, but the medical team was ready. That call saved my life. You don't have to be sure it's a heart attack to call for help. The operator won't mind if it turns out to be something else. Keep your phone handy, especially if you live alone. If you can't speak clearly, use your phone's emergency dialing feature. Knowing how to use it can mean the difference between life and death. The third step is to breathe slowly to calm your heart. When a heart attack starts, panic can easily take over. Your chest tightens, your thoughts race, and every second seems to drag on forever. But you still have a powerful tool: your breath. Slow, controlled breathing won't cure a heart attack, but it can calm your nervous system, slow your heart rate, and prevent stress-induced arrhythmias. This helps your heart stay steady until help arrives. You don't need any fancy techniques, just breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for a moment, and then breathe out through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat, focusing on steady breathing. This action gives your body a stable anchor point, helping you control your fear. When the pain hit, I felt like I was drowning in fear. But I remembered a breathing exercise my doctor had taught me: slow inhales, longer exhales. I focused on each breath, calmed myself, and let go of the panic. When the paramedics arrived, my heart was still erratic, but not in cardiac arrest. I just thought, "Stay calm, stay alive," I said later. You can practice slow breathing anytime, when you're resting, when you're anxious, or even watching TV. The more familiar I became, the easier it was to use in a moment of crisis. Breathing doesn't fix arteries, but it helps you conserve oxygen and buys you time, sometimes the only advantage you need. Step 4 is to chew an aspirin. After calling 911, if you have 325 milligrams aspirin and aren't allergic or on blood thinners, chew one slowly, don't swallow it. Chewing helps the aspirin penetrate faster, thins the blood, and prevents blood clots, which are the main cause of heart attacks. Studies, such as those from the American Heart Association, show that this action can buy precious time, even restoring some blood flow, before help arrives. One day, I felt a tightness in my chest radiating up to my neck. I chewed an aspirin from the kitchen cabinet and sat waiting for help. My cardiologist later said that this action reduced the damage to my heart muscle. Keep aspirins in an accessible place, in a kitchen drawer, on a nightstand, or in your purse. Make sure they haven't expired, and tell someone where you put them. This small, simple action is used by healthcare workers around the world because it's proven to be effective. Step 5. Sit or lie down. After calling help and chewing the aspirin, stop moving. Sit or lie down in the safest, most comfortable position to reduce the stress on your heart. Don't walk around, pack, or open doors unless necessary. Any physical exertion makes your heart, which is already starved of oxygen, work harder. Ideally, sit back, with your feet flat and your arms relaxed. This will help take the load off your heart while you wait for help. If you feel dizzy or faint, lie on your side with your head slightly elevated. When I felt the pressure spreading across my chest, my first instinct was to clean up the kitchen to be ready. But I remembered what my doctor said: if you suspect a heart attack, sit down, everything else can wait. I sat in my favorite armchair and waited for help. I later learned that the stillness may have prevented my symptoms from turning into full cardiac arrest. Sitting still can feel strange, especially if you're used to getting things done. But in this moment, doing nothing is the most important thing, giving your heart a chance to settle, slowing your breathing, and conserving precious oxygen. If you're sitting in a chair without arms, keep your back straight and your breathing clear to reduce the effort on your heart. Step 6 is to use speakerphone or a medical ID. While you wait for help, your phone becomes a lifeline. A smart way to use it is to put it on speakerphone while talking to the operator. This allows you to talk hands-free, allowing you to focus on your breathing and stay calm without having to hold the phone. When you are stressed, holding the phone to your ear can make it harder to breathe. Speakerphone also helps the operator hear you better, especially if you are weak and have difficulty speaking. They can tell by your breathing or tone of voice. More importantly, take advantage of your phone's medical ID. On iPhones, it's accessible from the lock screen. Androids have a similar feature. Medical ID contains important information like your age, allergies, medications, and medical conditions. If you lose consciousness before paramedics arrive, this information helps them make quick, accurate decisions. I passed out right before paramedics arrived, but with medical ID on my phone, the staff knew I had diabetes and a penicillin allergy, preventing a medical mistake. They also contacted my daughter right away through your emergency contacts. Setting up medical ID takes less than 5 minutes and can save your life. Write down your name, date of birth, medical conditions, medications, allergies, and emergency contacts. The 7th step is to create a recovery plan. Surviving a heart attack is not just about surviving the emergency, but also about taking steps to heal, strengthen your heart, and live healthier for years to come. After your initial care, whether you've returned home from the hospital or started outpatient treatment, your recovery plan is your roadmap to a healthier, more vibrant life. This means taking your medications, scheduling follow-up appointments, and relying on support from family, friends, or professionals. These actions are not only aimed at preventing another heart attack, but also at regaining your confidence and independence. After my hospital stay, I was overwhelmed by the list of medications and appointments. But my cardiologist sat me down and explained that taking my beta blockers and statins as prescribed, attending regular checkups, and participating in a cardiac rehabilitation program could significantly reduce my risk of having another heart attack. I created a simple system. I set reminders on my phone to take my medication, marked my doctor's appointments, and even started joining a local support group for heart attack survivors. Over time, I felt stronger, more in control, and even started walking every day with a friend in the group. That plan not only helped me recover, but it also gave me a renewed sense of purpose. Now, let's review the 7 steps we've covered. First, recognize early signs like chest pressure, shortness of breath, or unusual fatigue, and act immediately. Second, call 911 to ensure help arrives quickly. Third, breathe slowly to keep your heart steady and control panic. Fourth, chew aspirin to thin your blood and prevent clots. Fifth, sit or lie down to take the pressure off your heart. Sixth, use speakerphone and medical ID to connect with help and provide vital information. Finally, create a recovery plan to stay healthy. Each step is a link in the chain of survival, helping you buy time and take control of the situation, even when you're alone. Surviving a heart attack while alone isn't just about luck, it's about preparation, awareness, and calm action. These steps are tools to keep you from feeling helpless, even in your scariest moments. Share this knowledge with your loved ones. It can save not only you, but also them. If this video has helped you feel more prepared, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more, and don't forget to leave your comments below. I'll see you in the next video.